Hello, supers. Did you miss me? Hi, everybody. Shadow, thank you for the first supervillain. Dana, thank you for the first superhero. And hello, Dana. Hello, supers. If you don't know me, I'm Supercat. I play a variety of games, and tonight is Detroit Become Human. I finally figured out the lighting situation, where it illuminates my face, but the background is blue. We'll see how it looks, and if you like it, I'll just keep it for Detroit Become Human Night. Yeah. Gotta get some liquid in me. Alright. I know last night's watch party was more chill night, and I apologize for those of you that were in the Discord. Totally forgot to mention that I was going to hang out with a friend, and I do say in pretty much every single stream title, not stream title, but my schedules for my streams, that things are subject to change at any time, so you could say one happened, just none of the way you think. Anyway, now I got that piece of information out of the way. My friend Tori is back in town, which does mean that... Hold on. This should tell me to clean the dust off of my computer more often when it's not on. Anyway, I did the best I could. So, yes, we're playing more Detroit Become Human. But yes, Tori is in town, which would mean that there might be a day where I am streaming, but I will probably not be able to make it. So, I have told her what my availability is, so we can plan and coordinate things, so that it'd be easier. And there, anyway. Oh yeah. Diablo. Yes, you. Hi, Johnny. Thank you for the first anti-hero. Let's see. Supervillain, superhero, anti-hero. Only anti-villain is left. This is interesting. Yeah, so I'm going to talk to you. You know, Twisted Wonderland, that game I like to play. Yes. Well, my lovely friend. Hi, Paul. You can claim first anti-villain if you feel like you want to claim firsts. Anyway. You know I named you after, well, Maleficent's crow. Your mother's pet crow. basically you in the movie. You know Crawley is actually you. Yeah. You want me to explain? It kind of isn't implied. It's just his characteristics, and it came spur of the moment. The last person to be overblotted, basically stressed out, freaked out, final boss mode. Last person is Maleficent, basically Malleus. Then comes Crawley, because I think Crawley is to be overblotted next. And it's kind of funny how Malleus is the last one, and then Crawley. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that was intentional. Just a hunch. I'll tell you later, I promise. Translation, you better. But yes, I wanted to do a little bit. Because it was literally spur of the moment. Sometimes in some part of the day, I think this ADHD part of me, my brain just goes blip, 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 blip. You know what about this? It just popped into my head, and I'm like, wait, hold on, that actually makes sense. Crawley is more bird-like. Yeah, Crawley's more bird-like, because he wears feathers. He wears, like, a crow mask. And I don't know, it was just a weird thought. Because if there's Maleficent, what about her pet? I mean, Malleus doesn't have a crow that I know of. Unless he's there personified. Which is kind of interesting. Anyway, that's a bit of a random thought that I wanted to share on stream before we started. Trying to think, is there anything else? I don't remember. Oh yeah, I wasn't streaming, for those of you that are not on my Discord, and probably not in the know. This week I had jury duty. Unpredictable scenario, because you can either get they'll call back later, same bad time, same bad channel. And, you know, that's annoying, and I wanted to plan my life around it, but, you know, court's unpredictable. To me, it is. So it's either that, or that slightly small statistical chance that I could end up in court for jury duty. It happened to me once. It was my second time getting a jury summons. But this time around, I didn't have to go in. I just had to let my work know I had to make a call. Or in this case, to check on my phone. Oh no, I'm on my phone. They're good about it, though. Like, I made sure I followed the rules and procedures before I did that, because I'm not an idiot. Speaking of rules and procedures, because of that and a few other things I mentioned in the review, I got a raise. Sorry, this is like the perfect weird song to come on right now. Yeah, I got a raise. So my next paycheck, I'll have a little bit more money, which is great. Can we get some hypes in the chat for that? Thank you. Anyway. I know this, Thank you. Alright, enough of this haunting around. I think I deleted enough. Oh yeah. For episode 2's title, I want to thank my mom for helping me with this. I had a hard time figuring out stream titles. Sometimes I just ask AI, other times I just ask somebody to be like, hey, I need ideas, shoot. I don't care if it's bad, I just need something. Because sometimes even a bad title, I can rework it and make it a masterpiece. You gotta try something on the wall until you find it, you know? By the way, random thought, but does anyone else, like, open a cupboard or open a fridge and then say, I'll look for the meaning of life again? That's something that me and Tori did when we were living together. Sounds like something Garfield would say. Yeah. Crap, now I forgot what we were talking about before I said about the meaning of life thing. Wow, my brain just went... Like... Anyway. Now... Wait. Cool. Alright, we're gonna... exit that. Yeah, we're gonna exit this, do that. And... For the love of just... Go here. Go into this screen. And then... Go here. Was it? Nothing happened. Alright, last time it did a little, like, shaders update, so keep that in mind, everybody, that it might do that thing again, where it freezes my stream up for a bit, so if that happens, I apologize.
Oops, I think your saved game is corrupted. Just kidding.
Girl, do not stress me out like this. Do not stress me out with a freaking technical difficulty. I'm very sensitive about that. Yes! Is it scary that an AI is making a joke? Probably. I can take any joke, but technical jokes? Come on. Come on, man. Don't scare me like that. Alright, then.
Accessing the extras section.
Just want to see. Sentries. Tech. Earth. What? Let's look into this. I know some of my supers have, like... I know some of my supers well. Let's go with that. World temperature increased by 3 degrees since 2000. I don't know how accurate that is, since this is technically in the 2030s, which is kind of a scary thought, because we are getting close to that. I wonder how accurate that is. Climate change is up. How environment is changing America's society. Miami to heighten sea by further 10 meters. Oh, there is something I should tell you. There are actual mangas for this game, but it's based in Tokyo. So we get a different perspective of a different part of the world. I want to get those one day. There were only 2 that I saw, but that I can remember. And I remember this because I was hanging out with my friend yesterday. It was Dom. Me and Dom were, like, hanging out. And, apparently, we stumbled upon these manga together. I stumbled upon them. So, I'm definitely considering them. But I'm not in a hurry to get them. You know? But I am curious about them. I'll give you guys a review on them if I ever read them. Since I played this game, might as well try to read the manga, because I'm a little curious as to what the other side of the world is, considering this is all in America. This is all in America. Let's keep that in mind. Thank you, Maxine, for making me remember that. A recent U.S. census has found that let me try that again. As recent U.S. census has found that as sea levels continue to rise and the climate change leads to more and more extreme weather, America's once prosperous coastal cities are being deserted by the rich. Waterside real estate in once top attractions like Miami and Los Angeles are experiencing fright flight, with wealthy residents opting for properties further inland or at higher altitude. This is driving up prices in once rural areas and plummeting house values in previously desirable neighborhoods. While this might sound like an opportunity for poor Americans to enjoy a new lifestyle, the reality is less attractive. I don't know if that... I think it means that because of the climate change and that it's becoming more dangerous, it means its value is going up and everybody is leaving. Well, let me put it this way. Interesting point of view. It's very interesting because it's not about the climate change that people moving out, but it is interesting. I'll leave it at that. Alright. Coastal properties are not just exposed to regular flooding, hurricanes, and other climate weather. They are also suffering from urban flight, with all the services and amenities following their richer customers into new areas. Urban development specialist Arnold Waters calls this the donut effect, where the previous centers of coastal cities gets hollowed out. The census is just the latest of examples of how climate change is affecting American societies, and in ways previously not imagined, altering not only the face of our environment, but even the social fabric of our nation. You know what's really interesting? And I'm saying this more as a history, not political. There was a time where climate change was more of a question mark, when science has already proven that. So let's think about that. Climate change became a debate when there really shouldn't be. Isn't that a little bit interesting how we still have questions even though the answer is kind of obvious? I'm not saying they're dumb, I'm just saying, why are we repeating the same obvious question to get the answer that is obvious? Is there something else that needs to be discussed? Maybe the question needs to be rephrased then. Things like that kind of just spark up my brain every now and then when I'm thinking of climate change, because I do remember there was a time when everybody was asking, or at least that was kind of a bigger topic of conversation. Don't know if that's it now, but it's amazing how the mind works. And I'm saying this with kindness. Let's leave it at that. That's about as much as I will touch on that before I end up feeling like an idiot. Alright. Let's do this. Alright, you supers, are you ready to see more of the story? Because some people are just too paranoid to accept the obvious truth. I don't think it's not being dumb, just fear and not trusting the truth. Ah, yes, that's exactly what I was going for. The big idea of trust being a question mark.
Are you familiar with Schrodinger's cat? Until you decide what happens, everything is happening at once. Like in Detroit.
Not exactly related to our conversation. Thank you. But basically, Truth is more of a question mark than it is an exclamation mark. Something to think about. Alright, last time we left Markus being shot by a cop with Conor. I don't remember. Probably after investigating things, or no, after the interview. And Kara's, in a house with Alice on the run. Alright? Ooh. This is not my first time, by the way. He's alive! Yep. If you thought Markus was dead. Nope. Death is not the end, but only the beginning. Optical unit, impaired vision, corrupted mind palace. Well, that says a lot. Oh yeah. I'm going to do something that I remember seeing elsewhere. Audio processor, corrupted audio damaged. Oh god. Bro looks like a Terminator. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the inspiration. I would not be surprised. Must Terminator. Fun fact, I've never seen Terminator, but, you know, I don't care if you make Terminator references or spoil it, because I didn't grow up with it. I'm not. This makes sense. Hold on. I was asking a Gemini about this, and I was actually, like, trying to figure out... got it. What exactly it suggested. And then we pin it. Perfect. Awesome. I've never watched it, I just know the popular bits. Makes sense. Alright. Oh my god! Left and right leg components. What the heck did they do to him? Because they shot him here. Yeah, they shot him around his head, I think. But his ear is missing, his eye is freaking missing, his... Oh, we're gonna examine that in a bit. And his legs are freaking missing! Vive la revolution. By the way, I am choosing the peaceful route. I am merely asking this question out of pure curiosity. Nothing more. That is not up for discussion. Talking about it is. Whether I'm doing that route or not is not up for discussion. Therm pump regulator. All systems low power mode defective. Okay, so basically that is his heart. In other words, we need to replace that freaking thing first. Of course, right after we get some damage. I did as well. But if I play again, might into violence. Oh yeah, for sure. I would need to get used to being the bad guy, because I am way too nice for my own good, so being mean is kind of a weird foreign thing to me. It's not even... I mean, I can. I have an aggressive side. I don't show it as often, because I'm too nice for my own good. Yes, we are crawling. We are crawling out of this madness. Why? Right leg component compatible. What I really love is the audio for this scene. Until you actually repair the audio, we're gonna be hearing this. And that is a detail I love, because I don't like that noise, the loud pitch one, but like, everything is muffled, everything is different. It's like you're underwater, like you can't hear. It's like we're walking in the miles of somebody who's deaf. Shove it in there. Yes! We have given this man some names. No? We need to get this man a pump. Oh, that poor guy. This is gonna be a little creepy. Oh, shit!
There's a place where we can be free. Find Jericho! Find Jericho!
I totally forgot about that one. It's the mannequin thing all over again. This feels very horror game right now.
Where are you going?
Anywhere but here. Jackass.
An unexpected error occurred. I apologize for any
Yep. Nope, not compatible. Alright. Nope. Wait. Examine.
Thank you. And then. I don't want to live anymore.
Okay. I'm doing this as a mercy, sorry. Look, he He's not exactly in the greatest condition. He gave consent. He gave consent. Let's go with that. Can I use it? Oh, come on. There's a literal perfect pump and they're not even gonna use it. I'm gonna take his either. Valid. Okay, look. If I spare him, he's going to be miserable. He literally asked to end it. Technically, I got his consent. And consent is key. I'm not doing a murder. If it's not a murder, if he gave consent. Is that technically I don't think it's technically... Put it this way. I'm giving him mercy. It's a mercy kill. I'm giving him peace. And we'll leave it at that. Come on, give me a pop. Not even an eye! Oh, come on. Oh, shit, 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 shit! Okay, that's compatible. I think that I know what this is.
Please don't do that. I won't. Thank you.
It's a junkyard. We can find more. And I know. Oh, no. Gosh, same lady. Because I've done this before. Oh, cool. We can actually find parts easier.
Hello. I'm an AK-700 android. I was designed to serve you. What can I do for you? Hello. I'm an AK-700.
My program has detected an anomaly. Please contact the nearest satellite living center.
Yeah, this creeps you out, sorry. There we go, now we can see! What's over there? Nope, that's not compatible. What about you? You compatible? Audio processor, I need... Oh, there's one over here. Come on. I'm going for a pump first. What is it with the processors? No. Go back. Thank you, Markus. I know you can't... I know you're feeling sluggish. Fine. Free stuff! I know. Free stuff! This is gonna look a little weird, so close your eyes if this is awkward. Brace yourself. I love that everything becomes so loud for some reason. Let's turn it down about 5. There we go. There's a pump regulator. Oh. But it pointed over here. I think that's it. Oh, is that one not compatible? Yeah, but that's not what I want. I don't want to hurt her. I need a new pump regulator. Is it over there? Finally, we find one! Gonna give this man a new heart. Alright. This is gonna get interesting fast. Quickly, shove the other one in. Alright. Replaced his legs. We replaced his ear. Replaced one of his eyes. And we got this man a new heart. He's good to go. Alright. We're rising from the ashes of our root. It's alive! It's alive! We live! We live! This reminds me of Heavy Rain. When we had to climb up that hill on a rainy day. I should have known the rain was a huge hit and a part of that whole case. I just thought it was a little bit of a weird thing. Mhm. Take it in, Markus, take it in. Heavy dealt with trauma of the past and how the past haunted a person so much that it became pretty much his life. This game pretty much is the question, do androids have a soul? And that's the entirety of the game. Like, do androids have a soul? at this point, you were treated like hell. Bullied. But yeah, one...
Markus.
Remember to perfect moment. My bad. Oh, but that jacket, though! That's so fucking badass! Basically, from the dead. Revenge. Well, you knew what I was gonna ask before I even finished the question. Yeah, basically, if you basically woke up from the dead and realized not only were you treated like scum, but the people that were closest to you, one of them was really nice to you, the other one was pretty much abusing you verbally, and also kind of just threw you under the bus. You just came back from the dead, had to repair yourself because a cop shot you and apparently disassembled you so bad that he was just thrown. Yeah, revenge would probably be the first thing on mine. But I would remember Carl and be like, no, we can't be like what everybody else thinks I am. Then they would win. That's true. Hmm. 41 decided to honor his request. Oh my god! 46% decided to kill the person for a pump. 22% decided to say no. This is way a bit. I was away for a bit. I think I missed some stuff, but oh well. Don't worry, Dana. I usually try to put my VODs in my YouTube channel, which you can check out and see if anything you missed on any sort of type of stream you think I would be that I have. Check it out. Look at the playlist. I organize them by playlist because it's easier and it gives me some sanity. So check them out. But yeah, I need to put the first one in. So the second one's definitely going in. I just need to make a thumbnail for it. Okay. And I have a new toy. I have an E-pen. So I can draw stuff. I can make my thumbnails so much better now. But, we can use this chart out. Yeah, so Markus came back to life. He analyzed that he needed some legs. His eyes needed to be replaced. His ear needed to be replaced. His legs needed replacing, obviously. And he needed a new pump. So yeah, eyes, ears, heart. We replaced the legs first. And we did the regulator last. I wanted to do it first, but game was... Let's put it this way. I feel like the game was gearing me towards different directions. So I think we got the eye first. We ran into an android that wanted to die. Basically, he was on the last limb of his life. He looked like he was suffering, looked like he was in pain, and he asked to die. So and this was a quick decision, I decided to give him a mercy kill. Because you don't really want this person to suffer. You just want them to be in peace. You know? And then we got the eye. So we got the eye. We got the audio. So we got the ears. And the thing about the ears is that it felt muffled until you got the earpiece and slammed it in. And then everything suddenly at once was like loud. So after a while you get used to it, kind of like you would when you have an earpiece or your senses are all coming back together. Then you get then I got the pump regulator, The first time I tried for one of them, they wanted it still in. And obviously, I refused to kill for the pump. Others, and apparently in this statistic, did. I didn't because I'm a nice person. Didn't feel right. They're in a freaking junkyard. We can find more. And I did. So I didn't have to go back and kill her for it. So after everything, climbed the slope, and pretty much Markus came back from the dead. So, yeah. That's pretty much a recap of what just happened. So, who do we think is going to come up next? Do we think it's Conor, or do we think it's Kara? Let me do a little poll. Might be easier. Next. Okay. Yeah, we'll go for 2 minutes. Start poll. I put in a little poll. If anybody wants to vote on that. Wait, it's anonymous. You have 2 minutes to do the poll. You cannot do additional points. Interesting. I'm gonna try these gummy kangaroos. Mainly because I'm curious. I saw them at the store. Ooh, nice and big. Look. Doing a little snack break. I personally think it might be Conor. So, nobody voted. That's fine. I'm going to predict it's Conor. Ah! How do I know? Fine, Amanda. is a very beautiful place. I would definitely come here if I like needed a place to get away. Probably bring a sketchbook, maybe a book.
Hello, Amanda.
Conor, it's good to see you.
Hello,
Congratulations, Conor. Finding that deviant was far from easy.
Nope, it was not.
And the way you interrogated it was very clever. You've been remarkably efficient, Conor.
Thank you, Amanda.
We've asked the DPD to transfer it to us for further study. It may teach us something about what happened. The interrogation seemed challenging. What did you think of the deviant?
It
Traumatized.
showed signs of PTSD after being abused by its owner. As if its original program had been completely replaced by new instructions.
This Lieutenant Anderson has been officially assigned to the deviancy case. What do you make of him?
Impatient, dysfunctional, intriguing, unsure. Intriguing.
I think he's irritable and socially challenged. But I also think he used to be a good detective. He's an intriguing character.
Unfortunately, we have no choice but to work with him. What do you think is the best approach?
Friendly, adapt. Okay. Adapt.
I will adapt to his personality. It is in the best interest of the investigation that I
Fuck
avoid
you, Amanda.
conflict and try to accommodate his psychology.
More and more androids show signs of deviancy. There are millions in circulation. If they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous. You're the most advanced prototype CyberLife has ever created. If anyone can figure out what's happening, it's you.
Okay. She obviously sees numbers. She does not see a person. And that's the difference between a good business and a great one. A good business sees numbers. A great business knows its audience, knows it well, develops and adapts, and cares. Those that do not care and only see numbers definitely should not be in the health department, because people rely on doctors and nurses for this. Don't be arrogant. Don't be basically, be nice. Actually try to give some good advice, and maybe try to have some manners. So, yeah. Not necessarily liking Amanda right now. You guys are gonna have an ad in a minute, so I'm gonna continue this, but when the ads come up for me, I'm gonna pause it.
You can count on me, Amanda.
Hurry, Conor. There's little time.
Hurry, Kenny. Okay. Go to reception.
Can I help you?
I'm here to see Lieutenant Anderson.
Do you have authorization?
Yes.
Lieutenant Anderson hasn't arrived yet, but you can wait at his desk.
Yes. It's desk. Oh, joy. Anything up here for me to look at? Nope, didn't think so. Go and look around and then ask. Please listen. Time to read. Brown. I obviously know who this is. Have you seen that one? Collins? What? I feel like that's baited. I'm gonna read this. Okay, I'm gonna look this up real quick. Detroit become human to save Carl. Do I have to... What? Okay. That's weird. For this playthrough, well, I'll deal with it. I should have pushed Leo instead of enduring it. And also endured the fight. So, I should have done that. So there was a couple of steps. There was one step I missed. Damn it! Oh well. Let's at least read about this. Well, at least he died of... At least... Well, a heart attack is better than, like, getting pushed in or something. So. Well, decisions were made. Maybe the next playthrough I'll make sure he stays alive. And then go on a murderous rampage. Like the start of the second playthrough will be like the start of a villain story. Being like, I did everything, like I tried to save him, and then all of a sudden I become the villain. It'd be great. It'd be sweet. Oh well. Alright, let me just get a moment in. I screwed up. Alright, I'm ready. Famous Detroit painter dies. Carl Manfred, one of Detroit's brightest lights. Reports of the famous artist Carl Manfred's death have been confirmed. The coroners described a fatal cardiac event induced by a stressful domestic situation. Manfred's son Leo has asked the media to respect his family's privacy at this difficult time. Really? Really? You are basically a selfish little prick. And you're like, please be respectful this time. What? Did you get a change of heart? Did you actually go to rehab? Or are you just being a prick? Carl Manfred rose to fame in the 2020s, around this time, and as a figurehead of neo-symbolism. It's powerful and dark works of the mold of Francis Bacon. Proliferate years followed until a dark period marked by alcohol and drugs, but the artist had apparently returned to work in recent months. The governor of Detroit expressed her condolences to the family on behalf of the city, describing Manfred as one of Detroit's brightest lights. A collection of Manfred's paintings will be auditioned by his estate in the coming weeks. Yeah, thank you, the hypocrisy. Oh, the idiocy. Do I want to tempt fate by playing this game and streaming in on a Discord call? Probably not. Detective Conor on duty. Girl! Hypocrisy. Yeah. Basically, I screwed up. Yeah, let's not look at that. That just is fitting. Ivanov's Knight. Russian president responding to Warren's warning. So I believe world's first $1 trillion company. I feel like that's wrong. If anybody wants to look up the world's first $1 trillion company, that would be great. Because I want to know how inaccurate this is, because I doubt it. Alright, now we can go ask the person. I already know where it is, but I just want to go through all the little brackets.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Anderson's desk.
It's that desk right there.
Cool. Okay, I think I went through everybody's. I think Apple according to Google. Am I surprised? Nope. Nope, I am not. I'm not surprised that it's Apple. I knew I was wrong. I just wanted to know how wrong. There we go.
Excuse me. Do you know what time Lieutenant Anderson usually arrives?
Depends on where he was the night before. If we're lucky, we'll see him before noon.
Thanks.
Hi, honey. You okay? Listen, Georgia needs a phone call.
Interesting. Why is that open? You know what?
You're still here? I thought your assignment was over.
It's just been extended.
I can't talk right now.
Hank's gonna be overjoyed to hear that. You were right about that android. It's been quiet in the cell all night. It's scheduled for transfer today.
Huh. You know, I've never really thought to go talk to the cop. So that's an interesting bit of news I didn't know I can do. Nothing else I can do up here, so time to explore the desk! Alright, first things first. What do we got here? Come on, put it closer here. I want to scan it. Knights of Black Death. Anti-android slogans. Use your brain, not your android. Android free space. You could say that about screens, you know, people still won't do it. Detroit basketball cap. Cotton 90%. Polyester 10. Detroit police dismantle a network of red ice dealers. More than 50 arrests throughout the city. Excuse me, did I say city? I meant country. So let's try that again. More than 50 arrests throughout the country. Detroit's finest has dealt with a massive blow to the city's growing red ice epidemic. With a number of high-profile dealers and suppliers now behind bars, narcotics eased with a street value of $500,000. Detective Hank Anderson is a young but hugely talented detective. Is said to have been instrumental in the operation, which took months of planning. The DA described the work of Detective Anderson as his colleagues as model investigative police work. Oh, the first one was February 3rd, 2028. That's in 2 years. Fascinating. August of 2029. That's in 3 years, I think. Detective Anderson promoted to the rank of lieutenant. Becoming the youngest lieutenant of Detroit Police Force, Lieutenant Hank Anderson was among the most decorated detectives of DPD's recent history, securing a number of high-profile arrests and serving as an integral member of the force. Captain Fowler said the promotion was long overdue, describing Anderson as among the most talented police I have ever worked with. The new lieutenant is expecting to rise quickly through the ranks of the department and is already being tipped as a future commissioner. New record seizure of red ice in Detroit. This was November 23rd, 2031. Nearly tons of red ice discovered in the hold of a boat after a long investigation conducted by Lieutenant Anderson of the Detroit Police Force. Huh. Red Ice Task Force in 2027. That's next year. Multi-department unit responsible for the Red Ice Network dismantle of 2028. Why are people this passionate when it comes to the epidemic of 2020? Hairs. Canine hair. Saint Bernard dog. Matches. Orange and Jimmy's bar. Wood. Phosphorus. Donuts. Calories 452. Saturated fat acids 13 grams. Cholesterol 19 milligrams. Carbohydrates 51. That's not enough to put away my appetite. Japanese maple. Asian. Shish. Oh my gosh. Gashira Shohin? Ugh. My gosh, that is so hard to pronounce. Anyway, it's not a typical bonsai tree. Let's go with that. Coffee cup. Cold coffee, traces of caffeine. Alright. Also decorated officer.
It's good to see you again, Lieutenant.
Oh,
You got
Jesus.
it. Thank you.
In my office.
Oh, that's not a good sound you want to hear the first thing you walk in. Oh my gosh, Hank's got that. Ugh. This guy. First thing I come in, I have to talk to this guy. Ugh. I just got in. I need a moment before I actually have to talk. Oh, this might be a bit tense, people.
I've got 10 new cases involving androids on my desk every day. We've always had isolated incidents. Old ladies losing their android maids and that kind of crap. But now, we're getting reports of assaults and even homicide, like that guy last night. This isn't just CyberLife's problem anymore. It's now a criminal investigation, and we've got to deal with it before the shit hits the fan. I want you to investigate these cases and see if there's any link.
Why me? Why do I gotta be the one to deal with this shit? I am the least qualified cop in the country to handle this case. I know jack shit about androids, Jeffrey. I can barely change the settings on my own phone.
Everybody's overloaded. I think you're perfectly qualified for this type of investigation.
Bullshit! The truth is, nobody wants to investigate these fucking androids, and you left me holding the bag.
CyberLife sent a...
Let me remind you, this Clancy Brown is voiced by the very same voice actor as Mr. Krabs. So if anybody wants to picture Mr. Krabs yelling this, be my guest. I think it would be funny. But yes, this man is talented.
...over this android to help with the investigation. It's a state-of-the-art prototype. It'll act as your partner.
No fucking way! I don't need a partner, and certainly not this plastic prick.
Hank, you are seriously starting to piss me off. You are a police lieutenant. You are supposed to do what I say and shut your goddamn mouth.
You know what,
You can really hear the similarities of Mr. Krabs when Hank gets angry. Yes. Yes, you can. I don't think the shut up and do what I say is a lieutenant rank. That goes all the way to the lowest of police. Let me look that up. What are the duties of a police lieutenant? According to Gemini, a police lieutenant is a senior management officer ranking above sergeant who manages day-to-day operations of a specific division, patrol, detectives, blah blah blah, or a shift. They supervise staff, coordinate police activities, implement policies, review reports, and often act as a second in command to a captain or chief. Responsibilities of a police lieutenant include operational supervision, directing, planning, and reviewing the work of officers and sergeants, including scheduling and case management. Command and coordination, administrative duties, personal management, public relations. Now let's add detective into that. You have a lieutenant detective. So I think it's part of the detective. Is a mid-level manager responsible for overseeing criminals investigations, managing detective staff, and ensuring compliances with legal standards. They command crime scenes, reviews complex case files. So yeah, that technically is a part of his job description. supervise personnel, and coordinate with prosecutors and other agencies to solve high-level crimes. Unfortunately, this boss has got a bit of a point. He is technically qualified for this, part of the job description of a lieutenant detective. I put lieutenant detective because I think they mix it between lieutenant and detective, so I think he's still in the role of a detective, but he still has the rankings of a lieutenant. So probably meshed together. So let me take a look. Supervision and leadership, case management, let's see, reviews and signs up on directed police reports, ensures proper evidence handling, reviews case files, and ensure thoroughness and legalcy. Operational command acts on the on-call supervisor, commands crime scenes, and manages the deployment of investigation personnel during emergencies or high-stake incidents. Collaboration. Collaborates investigations with other departments, state and federal agencies. They often serve as a liaison between the police department and the Direct Attorney's Office for prosecutions. Administrative duties. Develops division goals, assists with budgeting, handles overtime, and may act as a lead evidence custodian. Custodian. Requires experience and qualifications. Blah, 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 blah. We don't need to know that for this. So, yeah. Technically speaking, he is qualified for this, but he is technically the rank of a manager. And could he go by the next rank up and listen? Yes, but also managers need to work together, so technically speaking, that was not a very appropriate thing to say. Let's make that a note. We don't say, shut up and do whatever I say. No, that's the game of Simon Says. We do not play that game in real life. Meaning, you don't just say, shut up and do everything I tell you to do. You need to use your head. You need to use your brain. And if he's saying, do whatever the hell you want, legally speaking, he has to work with this man. He needs to be a leader, not a boss. A boss basically says, you need to do what I tell you to do because I'm the boss. A leader is much different than that. Now actually listen, communicate, and actually maybe work with Hank instead of basically giving him a freaking hard time. Am I on Hank's side of the situation? In terms of who I want to side with? Yeah, I'm with Hank on this. I know he's BSing. Because nobody in this state, nobody in the freaking community really treats their android like a person except for Carl. Carl was the one that treated his android like a person. Now, everybody else treats them like they're toys, like they're equipment, like they're not even people. Oh, dare I say the word that nobody wants to say out loud? You treat them like slaves! There, I said it. I said it. I said the word that everybody probably is too scared to say. But I'm serious. Nobody, no human would want to investigate. An android probably would because they're people. Still, I think these two need to go to retraining and have better on communication with one another because this is not an appropriate way to talk to each other.
Goddamn mouth has to say to you.
Okay,
huh?
okay. I'll pretend like I didn't hear that. So I don't have to add any more pages to your disciplinary folder, because it already looks like a fucking novel. This conversation is over.
You see, I think I think his boss needs a disciplinary because there is no way to talk to somebody. That is no way to talk to somebody. Shouting does not help people. It does not help children. It does not help adults. It does not help in the matter. He needs to get a disciplinary. He needs to cool his lid. He just needs to get out of the conversation.
Jeffrey, Jesus Christ, why are you doing this to me? You know how much I hate these fucking things. Why are you doing this to me?
Listen, I've had just about enough of your bitching. Either you do your job or you hand in your badge. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do.
That is also not an appropriate way to talk to somebody. You say, I have a lot of work to do right now. You want to talk to me? Make an appointment. That will be easier than just saying that. That is not how you treat your coworkers. That is not how you treat your employees. Do not take advice from this man. This man needs an attitude adjustment. I think these two get on each other's nerves just as much as Tommy and Jerry do. And they're kind of a freaking mess. Send positive file.
I wonder whether Lieutenant Anderson is really the best person for this investigation.
Hey, I don't need a machine to tell me how to handle my men, okay? So get the fuck out of my office.
Well, maybe you actually do need to reevaluate your life, sir. You don't talk to Conor that way. No, sir. You do not talk to a man that way. You do not talk to a robot that way. You do not even talk to your fucking phone that way. So get the fuck out of my office. You know what, if I were Conor, I'd be like, no, get the fuck out of my office. This is my office now. I deserve this office. No, you do. Well, somebody deserves this better than you. How dare you say that? You're an android. You're not supposed to have an opinion. You're not supposed to talk to your people that way. So why do you think you could do that with me, Someone you find as a piece of robot, a piece of equipment, somebody that probably doesn't even have a soul to your eyes? I'm the justice for Conor. I'm the captain now. Yes! Like, I am chief of police now. You have to answer to me, dum-dums.
Have a nice day, Captain.
He is way too professional for that. He did not even deserve that. Go see Deviant. Check on Hank. Alright, let's give him some time. Let's go talk to the Deviant. Come on, let's go. Go.
They're going to destroy me.
Compassionate.
I'm sorry. It's not what I wanted. But there's nothing I can do. I know there's something you didn't tell me. I need to know before they take you away. The sculpture you made. Tell me more about it.
I'm going to die.
This might get tense here if I do this wrong. Okay, good. He's not in the talking mood anymore. Alright. Please don't. Damn it!
Open the cell, quick! Hurry!
Look away, people. This is not exactly good.
I'll call Cyberlife. Clean this mess up.
I'm sorry you all had to see that. Pragmatic. Constructive. Understanding?
I get the impression my presence causes you some inconvenience, Lieutenant. I'd like you to know I'm very sorry about that.
I remember that part. Yeah.
Now that we're partners, it would be great to get to know each other better. Is there a desk anywhere I could use?
No one's using that one.
Crickets. Connor sounds like me. Sorry, my existence bothers. That's so sad. Crickets. Yep. Cricket noises, cricket noises, cricket noises. I think he likes music?
Do you listen to Knights of the Black Death? I really like that music. It's full of energy.
You listen to heavy metal?
Well, I don't really listen to music as such, but I'd like to.
Okay, good. Not androids. We don't talk about politics here. Not going to do that. Politics. Dog! Dog's always
You have a dog,
good.
right?
How do you know that?
The dog hair's on your chair. I like dogs. What's your dog's name?
What's it to you? Sumo. I call him Sumo.
You know what?
You're a Detroit Gears fan, right? Denton Carter scored 53% of his shots from the three-point line yesterday. Did you see the game?
That's what I was watching at the bar last night.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go talk about ours. You know what? Let's just start working.
If you have any files on Deviants, I'd like to take a look at them.
Terminal's on your desk. Knock yourself out.
Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna get to work. Alright, case file. Let's see. Agency name, Detroit Police Department. Blah, blah, blah. Numbers, date of offense. Is that August? No, that's September. September 14th, 2038. Emergency case number, blah, blah, blah. Report date, September 15th. Oh, the next day. Must have been at night. Yeah, Connor was watching that game before you dragged him out of the bar by force. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Case reference, attack. Victim, Charles Bell. Reporting officer, blah, 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 blah. Agent, case assigned to Lieutenant Anderson. Open, case status, open. Involving Android, yes. The plaintiff claims to have been attacked by a blah, 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 blah model working as a waiter for fast corny dogs restaurant chain. Situated at 842 Chamberlain Avenue, the plaintiff claims the android lunged at him, explicitly to attempt to strangle the man before leaving the scene. The android remains at large. Okay, we have this attack. Sarah Cornwall. Plaintiff claims to have been attacked by an android. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 model. The android is transferred to several rooms of the house before taking flight. Huh. Case reference: disappearance. Interesting. Plaintiff, the manager of the eating club, reported unexpected disappearances of a sex android. Blah 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 model. The android disappeared after accompanying a customer to his home and never returned to the club. Attempted murder. Leo Manfred! This freaking motherfucker! Excuse my language, but this is how I really feel about this. That freaking son of a bitch! Don't make me knock some sense into you, man. Genetics. This case status solved. Oh, that pisses me off. Famous painter Conor Matthew was found dead in his home following an altercation between his android and his son. Freaking gosh. Try the other way around. More like his son being attacked by his son. The latter witnessed statements arrest the android behaving violently. The android was thought to be a prototype, unknown model and serial number, and was destroyed at the scene by attending officers. I could go through a lot of jokes about this right now, but I'm not going to. Okay, date of offense was November 5th. Oh boy. Oh, if I ever see that poor idiot again, he better have been through therapy and rehab. He better go through a life-changing before I get to him. Otherwise, I'm gonna have some words with this man. There's gotta be like, I can imagine the court proceedings for this, and somebody be like, I actually want to sue. Well, I want to sue this man for framing me of death. I did nothing of the sort. This man basically caused him stress enough to do so. I did nothing of the sort, Your Honor. Well, I'm gonna scan all the files. This is pissing me off.
243 files. First dates back 9 months. It all started in Detroit and quickly spread across the country. An AX-400 is reported to have murdered a man last night. That could be a good starting point for our investigation.
Oh boy. Direct, aggressive, professional.
I know you didn't ask for this investigation, Lieutenant, but I'm sure you're a professional.
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Because I'm not a sex android? Determined. Mission. Determined.
I've been assigned this mission, Lieutenant.
Oh, this is a bad idea.
Come
Bad
here
idea.
to wait until you feel like working.
Listen, asshole. If it was up to me, I'd throw the lot of you in a dumpster and set a match to it. So stop pissing me off. But things are gonna get nasty.
Lieutenant? I'm sorry to disturb you. I have some information on the AX-400 that killed the guy last night. It's been sighted in the Ravendale district.
I'm on it.
To be fair, he needed a little wake-up call. Did I hate doing it? Yes. Otherwise... Yeah, things are about to get unprofessional for a minute there. You gotta lead. Find the magic stone. 12% of people just did not find the magic. 12% of people found it. That means the other percent didn't. Wow, that's just sad. That is just sad. Oh. Oh, just sweet. Oh. It still pisses me off that Leo pretty much framed Carl's android that Carl got as a gift. And I'll probably sell the Chick-fil-A. Look, if other people buy me food, I'm gonna eat it. That does not mean but that doesn't mean whether or not I support them. So let me make this clear. I don't support Chick-fil-A. After figuring out some things I know about them, I stopped getting their food from my bank account. Basically, I have not bought Chick-fil-A. Other people have. I'm not gonna throw good food to waste, but I'm not gonna have my money support them. The food didn't do anything wrong. It's the company. And I don't support the company. If you don't know why, look it up. I'm not gonna explain it why. I'll just open up another can of worms I do not want to open in this house. I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, you know what? Is it an yeah. Simply put, yes. Very. People talk to callers as Android was 24%. Explore the station, 9%. I think one of them was to get coffee or something. Hmm. 97% got a lead. Cool. Oh. We're back with Kara. She's very sleepy. She's been through a lot, so. Find some wood. Cyber wildlife. I know Dana would want me to read this. What's the other title, though? Canada! I'd read this, but I don't want to. Spence, U.S. life expectancy is now 91.4% of world population holds 94% of global wealth. Yikes. Let's see. Cyber wildlife. First Android Zoo opens. CyberLife is set to open the first Android Zoo in LA. Somebody as a Californian. That wouldn't be the weirdest thing. That wouldn't even be the weirdest thing in LA. guaranteeing that. Which will exhibit all exotic species to have become extinct in the last 30 years. Nice. I think a zoo with android animals is actually a good idea. Keeps the real animals in the wild where they should be, and still lets people learn about the animals. Win-win. Exactly. Loot turtles, polar bears? So they think polar bears will go extinct by the 2030s? Dana, correct me if I'm wrong, but polar bears are not extinct, right? I know one type of rhinoceros is extinct. That's just off the top of my head, though. Mountain gorillas, African elephants, and several species of tiger will be amongst the most highly profiled attractions. CyberLife CSR spokeswoman Danielle Carnegie said the zoo caters to people of all ages and has a special mission to educate and inspire the younger generation about the importance of protecting our fragile environment. Not currently, but if the Arctic keeps melting, it could prove bad for them. Makes sense. Though some environmentalists have claimed that the zoo will diminish popular concern for the extinction of quote-unquote real animals, it's difficult to not be enthusiastic about technology being used to recreate vanished species. The animals themselves have yet to be unveiled. But CyberLife promises they will be more than the real thing. No doubt, an ideal weekend trip for the family. It makes it paint a picture that it'd be a bad idea, but I kind of agree with Dana that it actually would not be a bad idea. It would kind of feel more theme park-ish, but at the same time, it would actually save a lot. Not to mention, the animals would be at their home. They wouldn't be growing up in a zoo. So... Oh, there's the wood. I was just gonna say, take this stupid thing. Change appearance, buy new clothes. Oh, we're gonna give Clara a makeover. Wait, that dress says maid outfit need to be changed. Ah, here. Cut hair? Oh, heck yeah. Grab scissors and go snip, snip. Has anyone ever cut their own hair before? New hair color. Black. Okay. What about blonde? Let's go plain white. Like it is. Does anybody else have an opinion? Do they like the black? Do they want to see the blonde again? Do they want the white? Anybody else? Any other supers in my chat that like black? Speak now, forever hold your peace. The blonde makes her look too much like a oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's just great. I'd much rather look my question. I like this better. I'm pinning that message. That was just too brilliant. Yeah, I figured the stupid thing would do that. Alright. Blonde going, black going once. Black going twice. And sold! We're going with black. Man, she just removed it like it was surgery. Somebody back there? We pretend we didn't see this.
Alright.
Oh crap.
That's all for now. Free to go.
We've got officers sweeping the neighborhood in case anybody saw anything.
Okay, well let me know if they turn anything up.
Crossover episode.
I have no idea.
It took the first bus that came along and stayed at the end of the line. Its decision wasn't planned. It was driven by fear.
Androids don't feel fear.
Deviants do. They get overwhelmed by their emotions and make irrational decisions.
Sound like people.
All right, well, that still doesn't tell us where it went.
It didn't have a plan, and it had nowhere to go. Maybe it didn't go far.
Maybe.
And by the way, stop calling her an it. She's a she.
Ralph found this to feed the little girl. It's good for her. A present. To make up for past misunderstandings. Ralph will cook. We will do just like humans do. Humans like burnt meat. Come. Come and sit down. That's better. Ralph went to a lot of trouble to find something for the little girl to eat. It wouldn't be polite for her to refuse, would it? Great. Succulent, you'll see. Succulent. Succulent.
Gonna get some succulents in the chat. Bonus points if you put plant emojis in.
Father, mother, little girl.
Please, Car. I don't want to eat that.
What did she say?
Truth.
She said she doesn't want to eat it.
Well, maybe it's not good enough.
Yes, I am doing this. I totally forgot. So, bear with me. Okay. I want Alice's thing to go up. And I didn't know she didn't want me to tell the truth. It's been a while. Okay.
Alright. That's all for now. Free to go.
Alright.
We've got officers sweeping the neighborhood in case anybody saw anything.
Okay, well, let me know if they turn anything up.
What are you going to do with that?
This is a great crossover chapter. Because we're still playing as Cora. But Connor's still in it. So this ought to be interesting.
I have no idea.
Does this feel like the same? This feels like very similar to Heavy Rain from those shops across the way. Am I losing it? I'm not losing it.
It took the first bus that came along and stayed at the end of the line. Its decision wasn't planned. It was driven by fear.
It's a she, and her name is Kara.
Deviants do. They get overwhelmed by their emotions and make irrational decisions.
Sounds like people in real life. Huh, Hank?
Alright, well, that still doesn't tell us where it went.
It didn't have a plan, and it had nowhere to go. Maybe it didn't go far.
Maybe.
Ralph found this to feed the little girl. It's good for her. A present. To make up for past misunderstandings. Ralph will cook. We will do just like humans do. Humans like burnt meat. Come. Come and sit down.
Still want to do that.
That's better. Ralph went to a lot of trouble to find something for the little girl to eat. It wouldn't be polite for her to refuse, would it? Great. Great. Succulent, you'll see. Succulent. Succulent.
Gotta get some plant emojis.
Please, Car. I don't want to eat that.
What did she say?
She said she can't wait to eat it. She's very hungry.
The little human is not going to regret it. Ralph found the biggest one he could find. This is going to be succulent. Succulent. Go ahead. Eat.
I saw the body upstairs. You killed that human, didn't you?
No.
Oh. Some people are in an ad break for the next 34 seconds. So we're just gonna chill out a bit. I am getting full, however. I think all my snacks helped with that for sure. Excuse me. And again. Excuse me. Maybe I just need to clear up all the gas that was building down there. I'm still letting my food digest, though. I apologize for all that burping, but, you know, it makes you burp. So, alright. Let's get back to it.
No, he was like that when Ralph found him.
You killed that man, Ralph. There's no point in lying. You hate humans, but you're just like them. You're a murderer.
Ralph didn't mean any harm. No. It's just that Ralph can't control his anger. When his anger comes, Ralph doesn't know what he's doing. He becomes stupid. Full of hatred. Ralph is sorry. He just wanted to be your friend.
Then let us go.
Anybody home?